Namaskar, Jai Mataji. Today is the sixth day, and I'm back again with the sixth emotion. Today I was reading about something which was a story told by this US Navy SEAL, Richard Markowitz. He was saying that these paratroopers, they are taken to the height of 30,000 feet, and from there they have to jump. There's a place called Hello, the high altitude low opening, where they have to jump into the areas where enemy's ground is there, and the plane is very high so that the radars and the enemies cannot see them. They jump at the height of 30,000 feet, and then they cannot open the parachute until they reach 1,500 feet. So you're in the air for 28,500 feet. Till then, you're falling like a stone. Just imagine that kind of feeling. Fear. Fear is the emotion which we're going to talk today. And why go all the way till Navy SEAL experiences? We all have had our own say or experiences with fear, isn't it? Go back to the school days. Who remembers those days when teacher would call us and speak in front of assembly? I mean, personally, I would develop a cold feet. I can't stand up. I mean, my heartbeat would really go up. The same thing could be happening even now. I mean, in offices. Imagine there is a large team meeting happening and you had a wonderful question which you think you want to ask. But something is stopping you. You don't want to ask. Does it happen? There's a large gathering which happens and there's a very nice influential speaker is speaking. Towards the end of speech, the dais is open for questions. And you have a very powerful question to be asked. But something stops you. You don't ask question. Fear, isn't it? We all have had our own experiences with fear. I mean, being trained as a positive thinker, I always see something very nice. And fear is something which I feel as a fantastic gift by the God. Fear is something which tells us about impending danger, isn't it? Two things, the two biggest gifts that comes along with the fear I see is, it makes you a wonderful storyteller. You try to create those imaginations about what's going to happen. Like in storytelling, there are actors. When you think about a specific fear, there are actors, there are emotions, there are climax. Have you seen it? There's a plot, there are a lot of events which is happening, suspense, surprises. You become wonderful storyteller to yourself. It's all happening inside. You tell that you do this and that's going to happen. There's so many demons sitting out there and going to eat you away. It makes you a wonderful storyteller. It also makes you clairvoyant. The guy who knows about the future, especially the danger one. The fear makes you storyteller, the fear makes you clairvoyant. You start predicting about the future, isn't it? I think this clairvoyance sometimes is useful. I mean, imagine a small village where people are fearing that there was a tiger and tiger would come and make their cattle as a dinner for herself or himself. And you start preparing for it. You start preparing so that you can ensure that the tiger don't come into the village boundary and your cattle and your children are safe. So sometimes it is worth making preparation for the fear which you thought that might happen, isn't it? In fact, the current times, COVID times, we are all fearful of getting infected by this thing called COVID, and we all wear masks. So fear sometimes is good. It tells you about the impending dangers. We need to prepare for it. But does it make sense to prepare for all kinds of fears? There's so many fears. I mean, if we start preparing for it, when will we do our regular work? You can't prepare for all the kind of fear, isn't it? There's some kind of fear, you prepare for it. The probability is very high. The probability is very low. There's so many types of fear where we keep preparing ourselves without even realizing there is a very, very small probability of it happening. Today we're going to talk about those kind of fear where I feel that there's a good chance that we should take care of it. I think I prepared also some kind of notes. Let me see, if I have something specific to share. But this was the time when I was thinking that if we classify the fear into different sections, it might be very easy for us to identify. Like all emotions, it's very important that we acknowledge that yes, I am fearful. In villages, they have something called Bhoot and Bhoot Bhagao, those people, the tantrics who come and then fight against those gremlins or let's say ghost or somebody. I call fear as something which is ghost. Does ghost exist? No, I'm also saying the same thing. The real fear, there's nothing called real fear. You can't encounter the fear because you cannot encounter which does not exist. I was also remembering about the story of this trainer who trained the people who goes up in the sky for the skydiving. So you're already there at 10,000-15,000 feet high, and this is the time when you as an entertainment guy, you want to experience that, but you're also afraid of height. Now the door is open and you're supposed to jump. Now you look down, you're all the way up 10,000-15,000 height, and you say, no, I'm not jumping. I mean, though I have paid the money for this experience, I'm feeling very afraid of this height. So the trainer said that what he does is that, look boss, I'm going to give you a push at the count of 3. Are you ready? And he said, no, I'm not ready, and things like that happens. Then he said, okay, now here is my count starting 0, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to push you. And he says 0, 1, 2, and then he pushes. He says if I wait till 3, he's going to hold my hand. The whole thing is going to get messed. So at the count of 2 itself he pushes, though he tells that I'm going to push you at 3, but he pushes at 2 so that you can experience that fall. If you do not encounter the fear, how are you going to fight? And ask those people who have taken a jump from 10,000-15,000 feet when they reach the ground. How was it? Oh man, that was fantastic experience. But it happened only because you encountered it, isn't it? If you do not encounter, how are you going to experience what's there on the other side of the fear? So we need to encounter some kind of fear and chase them out. There are some kind of fear, you have to prepare for it, isn't it? Like tiger, COVID, couple of things make sense to prepare for it. Other things, just chase them out. Encounter, fight it. I'm going to classify these fears into 4 different aspects. See if some of your own fear falls into one of the category. The 4 type of fear I'm going to say. At this point of time, I'll taking a pause of 1 or 2 seconds. I want you to remember about one of the fear what you have in your life. I mean, we all have fears, isn't it? I have my own fears. You also will have your own fear. Remember that one of the fear. It's there. All right. So see if that fear maps into one of the fear I'm going to say. Sometimes we are afraid of dreaming. The fear of dreaming itself. I don't want to dream. How can I become Anil Ambani or Mukesh Ambani or Prime Minister of the country? Or how can I start this? I mean, this is so impossible. I don't want to dream. The fear of dreaming itself. Sometime by force or by listening to motivational lectures, you might get into temptation that let me dream at least. You dreamt. There's another fear which crops up, fear of failure. What if I fail? If I fail, what will happen? I think I'll be ruining everything what I have collected so far in my life. It's such a hard thing to imagine also the failure. And we stop ourselves. So that's again a fear of failure. Sometimes we also nurture a feeling of fear, which is what other people will say. Do you have one of them? The fear of what others will say stops us from doing so many things, stops us from encountering the fear which we are supposed to encounter. The 4th one, little bit more deeper, a fear of creating inner conflict. If I do this, I myself will not be able to see in the mirror. It's going to create an inner conflict. Does one of your fear map into this 4 category? Now these are not the real ones, not like COVID and tiger. We got to chase them out. We got to encounter, we got to face them just the way those 10,000 feet high guy, he took a fall and then encountered and see, man, this is not real. Actually, we can do this, we can fight about it. So we want to encounter those kind of fears, which I said the four of them. I'm going to end this by giving you a small tip. Try it out. The tantric in the small villages, when somebody is getting that bhoot, somebody has got this captured by the evil thing, and then what does this tantric come and do? He talks to the ghost. Where are you coming from? What is your purpose? Why are you here? And after some time, whatever it does, and the ghost automatically goes away. Isn't it? How about we doing the same thing? Let's have face-to-face talk with the fear. Knowing about fear is not good enough. Know the fear. Talk about it. Talk to it. So let's talk about the first dream. Here is my tip starting. You have a fear of dreaming. How about asking a couple of questions to the fear face to face? Can I dream about this once? Just once. Nobody's around. I'm all by myself. I just want to dream. What's wrong in dreaming? I'm not doing anything. Will I be able to dream about this ever in my life? Just once. What's wrong in dreaming? There are good chances you'll be able to dream at least, isn't it? Coming to fear of failure, you might have thought about, oh my God, I will fail. How about asking questions, so what? If I fail, so what? Will I become somebody very different? Will I cease to be who I am? Will people around me stop accepting me? That this guy is a failure and he should never have done this. Even if they do that, do I cease to become who am I? If I fail, can I forgive myself? एक बार भूल हो गई, sorry. Say to yourself sorry and forgive. Is it possible? Let's say, for instance, you say that no, this is unforgivable failure. Imagine for one moment, what if I'm saying that I want to guess that I want to forgive myself? I want to become somebody else who is forgiving myself for unforgivable failure. एक बार अपने आप को माफ कर सकते हो. एक बार अपने आप को माफ कर सकते हैं, isn't it? So माफ जब करेंगे तो मैं क्या बन जाऊंगा? Who I will become? Is it that difficult to even think of things beyond fear of failure? I'm sure you'll get a chance to think about it and you will be able to overcome those fear of failure. The third thing which we always create in our mind is what others will think about us. There was a time long back in 2008 or 9, I wanted to open Pizza Hut in Ahmedabad. I was living in Bangalore back then. And all the Pizza Hut which I have seen ever in my life, all had vegetarian and non-vegetarian servings. Being from a family which is a pure vegetarian and community also which believes in vegetarianism, I was thinking that what would people think about me, that this guy is feeding chicken and meat and all those things and that's how he's earning. I will not be acceptable in the society at all. I did not execute my dream back then. 2 years ago, I was visiting Ahmedabad. In one of the street, I saw pure vegetarian Pizza Hut. I did not even think about this possibility because something stopped me then and there. The fear stops you from executing, encountering those fears, and then you cannot think beyond that. It stops you from doing something. The fear of conflict. I will leave that for your reading, but there are plenty of material out there on the internet as well. Check with your fear. Talk to them face to face. You might be able to overcome those things. Once again, as I say that, the fear is a fantastic thing to have. It is something which is wanting to ensure that you're safe. It comes from the places called, you remember that hand model of the brain which I showed? This is your stem and this is your lizard, the amygdala or emotional brain. This is what we say, where amygdala stays, and this is a prefrontal cortex and this is the cerebral cortex. Amygdala, this is the place from where the emotions emerges. It is in touch with the small brain, which is functioning to ensure that our body is safe. It wants to keep us safe. So danger comes from here, emotion, and it talks to this particular brain. which we call reptilian brain, and it ensures that your body stays safe. So fear is here for good reason. It wants to keep your body safe. It wants to ensure that you don't do anything stupid, anything which you have not done before. It wants you to be exactly the way you are all the time. So fear is here for good thing. One, fear comes with a fantastic gift. It makes you clairvoyant. Enjoy that being storyteller, but for good reasons. It also tells you about the impending future so that you can fight for it when the probability is very high. But there are plenty of other fears where you're not supposed to fight. You just chase them out by just talking to them one to one. 4 types of fear. Fear of dreaming. Go ahead and allow yourself to ask at least once that it's fine to dream. Fear of failure. Tell yourself it's okay. I'll forgive myself. I'm not going to cease to become who am I. Fear of what other people will think. Go ahead and tell yourself that people don't have time to think about yourself. It's not true. Check if it is really true. I think it's not going to be true. I'm sure we'll be able to overcome fear and life is going to be fantastic on the other side. Once again, thank you for hearing me out. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.